everybody, welcome back to another episode of Diary of a Gig Driver. As always, I'm Don. If you like my shows, you like what I do, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Even if you don't like what I do, you don't like my shows, please hit the subscribe button and the like button. That enables me to get these videos out to more people. And you never know, maybe I might find somebody I can help. So with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about something different today. Let's talk about adult children. What I mean by adult children, people that are 18 years old or older that may be living in your house. Parents, this definitely goes out to you. Plus, there's also going to be some advice in here for the adult children that might be watching this show. Anyway, parents, how long has your child been living with you? 18 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, who knows? Saw a friend of mine from high school the other day that's still living with his parents. I'm 45 years old. He graduated the same year I did. He's 45 years old as well. How can you be 45 years old and live with your parents? Are you kidding me? Move the fuck out. I mean, I'm just being real here. I'm being honest. There's no reason for you to live with your parents. Think about it, okay? Your parents wiped your ass. Your parents got peed on by you. They've gotten sick multiple times from you. You're a walking petri dish. Your parents have put their sanity on the line. They have paid enormous amounts of money for you. Why are you still leeching off your parents? Why are you still living at home? Oh, because the real world is too difficult? It's too hard? You can't make it? You don't have enough money. You don't know what to do. You're scared. Boo-hoo. That's what life is. That's what the real world is. The real world is being scared. The real world is not knowing what you're going to do. The real world is, honestly, not having enough money. You're putting your parents through all of this. You might think that you're helping them out. You might think that you're taking care of them. Some cases, you very well might be. You might have a job. You might make good money. But your parents might be of failing health. And you're taking care of them. For that, hey, you know what? I salute you. Good job. Your parents took care of you for 18 years. Maybe you could take care of your parents. Now, parents, here's what you need to do. Wait for dickhead here to drive by. Fucking up my sound. All right, parents, here's what you need to do. If you have an adult child living in your home, give them a time frame. Say, hey, you know what? I'm giving you 6 months. Now, 6 months doesn't seem like a whole lot of time. But if you're completely sponging off your parents, 6 months is enough time. If you make minimum wage, you make anywhere between, I don't know. We'll just throw some numbers out there. $1,400 a month. Well, at least in Arizona. Now, I don't know about your own personal pay scale. Arizona minimum wage is $12.15 an hour. You figure if you make $1,400 a month, and you don't have to pay anything out except for car insurance, gas, then you should have somewhere around, after 6 months, you should have somewhere at least around $10,000. Now, that is more than enough to move out your parents' house. That's more than enough to get an apartment. That's more than enough to get started. Even if you make half of that, in 6 months, $5,000 is a lot of money. It's enough to get you an apartment. It is enough to pay first month, last month, and security deposit. If you don't save enough money and you spend more money than you bring in, well, whose fault is that? It's not your parents' fault. It's your fault. So stop. Stop spending money. Now, I have an adult child at home. He is not particularly happy with me. Matter of fact, he's downright pissed at me. Reason being is he has done a whole lot of things in his life that have not been very productive. I told him that he could live with me until he was 26 and then he'd have to move out. Unless he wouldn't listen to me, wouldn't follow my rules, at which point then anytime after 18 I'd kick him out. The reason I say this to him is because parents, your job is over when your child turns 18. In the United States, yeah, they're a legal adult. Your job is over. You have no more responsibility to that child. Anything that you do for them is because you want to, not because you have to. Well, I sat there with him and told him, look, you're not minding my rules. You're not doing what I ask you to do. So I'm giving you 6 months. That should be more than enough time for you to get your shit together. he really wasn't happy with me. He's still not happy with me. He feels uncomfortable riding in the car with me anymore. I'm not giving in to him anymore. I'm not catering to him anymore. He's starting to find out that all of this shit that we tell our children is a bunch of lies. When we tell our children that they're special, well, unless they're truly special, you know what I mean. They're not special. The world will not think of them as being special. The world will think of them as just another worker. You don't really have individuality. You are lumped into classes. It's just the way the world works. We lie to our children. We say that you can be anything when you grow up. Well, you know what? If the most you have is a 5th grade education, you're probably not going to amount to much. You're not going to be able to be anything. You might be able to be president, but that's about it. You're not going to be an astronaut. You're not going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year unless you find something that you're good at, that you can do, that doesn't require any kind of education. It's just the way of the world. We're 3 months into my son's time frame. He has saved $500 last I knew. And he thinks he's doing good saving. I got $500. Really? $500? I'm not impressed. I'm really not. $500. Good luck to you. Apartments in my area, even for a studio, if you can find one, are $700 a month. Between first, last, and security deposit, you're looking at about $2,000 just to move into an apartment. That's not counting setting up all your bills. He needs at least $3,000. He's not there. He's not even close. If he were to save every penny between now and the time he's supposed to move out, he would barely make it. But, hey, here's where we are. I have told, now I'm going to get into why he's uncomfortable with me. Is because I am enforcing that time frame. I am doing something that not a lot of parents do. A lot of parents put out there that they're going to do certain things and they don't. They don't follow through. They just let it go by. It's easier to vent and let off some steam and say you're going to do something but not carry through. Believe me, I used to be that way. I used to be that guy. I used to not carry through. I'm not like that anymore. I carry through. I keep telling my son, hey, you know what? You're running low on time, bud. You need to get your shit together. You need to get your money together. He doesn't have a driver's license. He doesn't have a car. He doesn't have anything else to spend money on. We buy his food. We pay for his bills. We do all the work, my wife and I. He doesn't have to spend his money on anything. He has been working almost full time for 3 months, and he's got $500 to show for it. I worry about my son. I worry that he's not going to be able to make it. Unless I want to keep putting myself out and driving myself crazy with this child. And if I allow him to keep living with me, is he going to be able to get by? But what is that teaching him? That's not teaching him anything. He's not going to get by. He's not going to survive. If I die tomorrow, how's he going to live? This is a question that all parents need to ask themselves. If I die tomorrow, if my wife and I die, my husband and I die, will our child be able to make it? If you worry about that when you ask yourself that question, then obviously you don't think your child's going to make it. Well, the time is fast approaching that my son is going to move out. I'm not budging on this. He's going to be out. Whether or not he has enough money and is able to make it, that is completely up to him. It's not up to me. If he wants to have an apartment, he wants to have a start, he wants to have a life, he even wants to have a roof over his head, then he's going to have to put in the effort. Now, adult children, I promised you that I would give you some advice. And that's what I'm going to do. And this is going to be saved on YouTube, so maybe my son will watch it and I can give him some advice. You have nothing but time ahead of you. Lots and lots of time. When you're younger, time goes by slow. The more you age, the faster time goes by. You'll lose 5 years in a blink of an eye. Use your youth to your advantage. Here's what you want to do. Okay? I'm going to be brutally honest with you. The things that are dragging down your money supply, if you're not making a lot, if you're working a fast food job or you're working a gig driver job, you can't blow money. If you got lucky and you're making a job where you get paid a decent amount of money, yeah, you can spend a little bit here and there. You can have some things that make you happy. Matter of fact, I would even say if you're working a gig job or you're working at a fast food place, every once in a while, buy something that makes you happy. But keep it within reason. What you're going to want to do when you move out of your parents' place, you either find yourself an apartment or you find yourself a room to rent. Now, if you find yourself a room to rent, as soon as you move in, you want to start saving money. Like crazy. Do not spend on anything that you don't have to spend money on. See, because here's the thing. When you rent out a room from somebody, they can kick your ass out for almost no reason. Just, they don't like you. They don't want you there anymore. See ya. Have a good day. And they don't care if you don't have enough money to find something else. you're still out. And if your parents don't take your ass back in, what are you going to do? You don't have a roof over your head. Save all the money that you can. As soon as you can, get out of that room to rent and get into an apartment. That gives you a little bit more leeway on being thrown out on your ear. Now, if you're extremely loud and noisy, like my son, that might get you thrown out of an apartment as well. Or, well, I can't really say that, your neighbor's going to come over and stomp a mud hole in your ass like they would back in my time. But you never know. You might get police called on you. You might get noise complaints. You might get evicted. They at least give you 90 days to get your shit together and get the fuck out. You will get thrown out a lot less from an apartment. Now, you might think, oh, I've got an apartment, so, everything's good. Do you want to live in an apartment your entire life? I mean, be real with yourself. Do you? An apartment is expensive. It takes twice as much money as owning a house. So, my advice on this end, when you get an apartment, yeah, you can be a little bit more lax with your money, but still, save. Take out what you need for your bills first. Okay? Pay your bills. Well, let's wait for this fucking guy. Fucking up my sound again. It's a great thing about being a gig driver, I guess, is fucking somebody always fucking around. And now they're just gonna fucking park there. Oh well, fuck them. Here we go. Figure it out, fucker. It's not that hard to find a parking space. The fucking parking lot's empty. Okay, so, where were we? Oh yeah. Take out what you need for your bills. Pay your bills. Keep the roof over your head. Keep your electricity and water going. Always pay your bills first. Keep your car running. You're going to need those things. Those are important. Then buy your food. Whatever money you have after this, split it in thirds. 1/3 stays in your checking account. That is your available funds to be able to spend. That's to go out to a movie. That's to have some fun with a friend. Your second third goes into your savings account. Now, don't go with a savings account in your bank. Go with a high yield savings account. You can find them online. Look for ones that are 0.5 to 0.75% interest. They will earn you the most money in the long run. Put your second third in there. Now, your last third, download Robinhood. I'm serious. I'm being real. Download Robinhood and find yourself an REIT or an EFT stock. They are the ones that are the most balanced. They'll give you a dividend, which means they pay you money for keeping your money in there. And they grow. Every year they grow. Now, during the course of a year, you'll see lots of ups and downs. You'll see the thing go up and down, up and down, up and down. Don't look at it from day to day. Don't look at it from month to month. Year to year is what you need. And from year to year, you will watch it go like this. That means you're constantly making money. Keep it in there. Keep investing in it. It'll keep making you money. And you don't have to do anything to earn that money. You just leave it there. Now, save up money. With your savings that you're going to be doing, when you hit about $8,000, $9,000, by this time with an apartment, your credit should be good. By this time, you get about $8,000, $9,000, start looking on a site called Zillow. That is Z as in zebra, ILLOW. Search for houses that are about $25,000 to $35,000. It's not going to be a great house. Not going to say it is. Not going to lie to you. It is probably going to be a pretty crappy house, but it'll be yours. The odds of you getting thrown out of your own house, slim to none. The only thing that'll get you thrown out of your own house is if you don't pay the bank note and you don't pay the taxes. Those are the only things that'll get you thrown out of your own house. Plus, when you buy your own house like that, since you got to take out a loan for it, you're looking at payments that are going to end up being half, maybe even more than half of what you pay for your apartment. You might pay $350, $400 a month. If you're on the high end, that's a lot better than $700 to $1,000 a month. A lot better. At this point, keep saving your money. Fix up your house. Make your house a home. Make it something that's livable. YouTube is a wonderful thing. It'll teach you how to do everything you need to do in your house. You have the world's wealth of knowledge at your fingertips. Use it. Learn how to hang drywall. Learn how to install a faucet, a doorknob. Learn everything that you need to do. It'll save you money. Don't hire it out unless you absolutely have to or you absolutely don't feel comfortable doing it. Now, I've done a lot of my own construction in my own home, and I will be completely honest with you, I didn't know what I was doing going into it. It is almost impossible to fuck up construction to the point that you can't fix it. You can fix anything that you fuck up. Really? You were here for like 2 minutes. What were you doing? Scoping children, you fucking pervert? Anyway, you can learn everything you need to know. Don't worry about fucking it up. Fuck it up. Who cares? It only costs you a few bucks to fix. Now, once you get that $25,000 to $35,000 house looking nice inside and out, don't get lazy. I know that this generation has a problem with getting real fucking lazy real fucking quick. Don't sit on your ass. Keep hustling. Keep making money. Learn new skills. Do some online stuff, an online drop store. Whatever you have to do, keep making money. You're going to need it because when you get old, everything costs a shit ton of money. If you don't make enough money when you're young, you're not going to have enough money when you're old. Sell your house. Make a profit. If you want to start a family, get a bigger house. By that time, your credit's going to be fucking amazing. You can do so much more. The world opens up to you. That's my advice to the adult children that are thinking about moving out. Parents, goes back to you. Kick your fucking kid out. You don't need him around. You're not responsible for them anymore. They're adults. If you have done your job properly, raising them, they will be fine. They may hate you for a while. They may not like you very much for a while. But they'll still love you. And in the end, you'll be doing them a bigger favor by kicking them out than you will by letting them live with you. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm Don. This is Diary of a Gig Driver. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. You never know. This video right here could reach somebody it could really help. Anyway, have a good day. Stay safe out there.